Hello, good morning everyone. Today I discuss about the different measures of dispersion. So dispersion is divided into four parts. First is known as range, denoted by the symbol R. Second is known as quartile deviation and denoted by the symbol Q. And third is known as average deviation and denoted by the symbol capital A, D. And fourth one is known as SD, that is standard deviation. What is range? Range is the simplest measure of dispersion and it is calculated from the highest value of a series to lowest value. The difference is computed of any ungrouped series and this is known as a range. So, it takes only extreme scares into consideration and tells nothing about the variation of individual items. Right? Next is quartile deviation. What is quartile deviation? It is denoted by the symbol capital Q, and capital Q formula is equal to Q1 minus Q3 by 2, where Q1 and Q3 represents the first and third quartile of distribution. Under consideration, the amount of Q3 and Q1 is nothing but the difference of range between the third and first quartile. So it is designated as the inner quartile range. Suppose for computing quartile deviation, or this in quartile range is divided by 2 and therefore quartile deviation is also known as semi-quartile range. So in this way, for computing Q, the value of Q1 and Q3 are first determined, and then by applying the above formula, we try to get the value of quartile deviation, that is Q is equal to Q3 minus Q1 by 2. This is quartile deviation. So come to the third point of dispersion, that is average deviation. What is average deviation? So, a name of the scientist is Garrett. Garrett gives the statement about the average deviation. Average deviation means the deviation of all the separate score in the series taken from their mean, that is median or mode. In the case of ungrouped data, AD is calculated as by the formula AD is equal to summation of sigma mod x by n, where x is equal to capital X minus m. It is equal to deviation of the score from the mean of the series, and small x signifies that in the deviation value, we ignore the algebraic sign positive and negative. So, you can consider here, for an example, how will you calculate the average deviation for ungrouped data? Suppose you can get the score of ungrouped data like 15, 10, 6, 8, 11. The number of items is equal to 5, so you can put the value of n is equal to 5. On calculation of average mean, you can get the value 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 8 plus 11 is equal to 50 by n is equal to 5. So 50 by 5 is equal to 10. So you can get the value of average mean is equal to 10. Now come to the second data, that is deviation small x is equal to capital X minus m. Here given that the value of m average mean is equal to 10. यहाँ स्कोर का वैल्यू दिया हुआ कैपिटल एक्स इज इक्वल टू 15 माइनस 10 इज इक्वल टू 5. नेक्स्ट द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू 10 माइनस 10 इज इक्वल टू 0. नेक्स्ट 6 minus 10 is equal to minus 4. Next 8 minus 10 is equal to minus 2. And next 11 minus 10 is equal to plus 1. This is the second data we got by the formula small x is equal to capital X minus m, where m is equal to arithmetic mean and x is equal to score. So in third data we can put the value of mod x. Mod x is equal to all the negative and positive value can be calculated in the positive form. So mod plus 5 is equal to 5, mod 0 is equal to 0, mod minus 4 is equal to plus 4, mod minus 2 is equal to plus 2, and mod plus 1 is equal to plus 1. After computation of mod x, we can got the value of whole series, that is 12. 5 plus 0 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 12. So finally we got the value of mod x is equal to 12. Now applying the formula of average deviation. Average deviation is equal to summation of sigma mod x by n. Here given that the value of mod x is equal to 12 and the value of n is equal to 5. So 12 by 5 is equal to 2.4. So finally we got the value of average deviation is equal to 2.4 for this ungrouped data. Any questions? Any query? Okay. Now come to the next example. How do you calculate the average deviation from group data? So here we consider here the group data like 80 to 84 score, 85 to 89, 90 to 94, 95 to 99, 100 to 104, 105 to 109, and 110 to 114. Here given that the value of frequency is equal to 4, 4, 3, 0, 3, 3, 1. After a computation or addition of the whole frequency, n is equal to 18. Next is you can calculate the value of midpoint, that is capital X. In first data, you can calculate the value of capital X is equal to midpoint, that is 112. Similarly, 107, 102, 97, 92, 87, 82. Now, the next data you can calculate function of frequency f multiplied by x, fx. Fx is equal to 112 multiplied by 4 is equal to 448. Now, 4 multiplied by 107, 428. 3 multiplied by 102, 306. 0 multiplied by 97 is equal to 0. 3 multiplied by 92, 276. 3 multiplied by 87, that is 261. 82 multiplied by 1 is equal to 82. After calculation, after computation, the whole fx value 1801. So finally we got the value 1801. Now you can calculate the value of mean. We know that from formula sigma fx by n. Here given that the value of sigma fx is equal to 1801 and the value of n is equal to 18. After calculation you can got the value of 100.06. So this is the mean. We know that from formula small x is equal to capital X minus m, where m is equal to arithmetic mean. So in the last data, you can put the value of x is equal to capital X minus 106.06. After calculation, you can got the first data, 112 minus 100.06 is equal to 11.94. 107 minus 100.06 is equal to 6.94. 102 minus 100.06 is equal to 1.94. 97 minus 100.06 is equal to minus 3.06. Similarly, we finally got the value of x. After getting the value of x, you can calculate the value of fx. F is equal to 4 and the value of x is equal to 11.94. Then you can got the value of fx. Fx is equal to 44.76. Similarly, you can calculate the whole data. Next, the whole data come in positive and negative value. So by the formula of average deviation mod fx, you can calculate the value of mod fx. After calculation, finally you can got the value of 162.67. So we know that from formula average deviation AD is equal to summation of mod fx by n. Here given that the value of 162.76 by 18. Then you can got the value 9.04. This is the average deviation. This is the process through which we can determine the value of average deviation. Right? Any queries, any questions from the students? No. Okay.